Hey there, guys. It's John, and I am the commissioner of the NABA, and I'm here to welcome you to the roster reveal for season 1. Hope you guys are ready. Alright, starting off with our first team, we have the St. Louis Archers, leaded by their wing duo of Andre Vukovic and Malik Proctor, followed by Mark Gregor, Keon Stewart, and DeMar Wright the fourth. And then after that, you have their bench. Fairly young team, a lot of them just entering their prime. Good overall shooting team. And then Andre Vukovic's leadership kind of being a mixture of a real life Jokic and KD, being a 6'11 small forward, and he's paired up with a 7-foot power forward in Malik Proctor. Next up, we have the Phoenix Blacktails, an aging team with future hopes. We have our aging Hassan Viana, Xavier Curry, and Dell Foster, but they have a future hope with Brixton West, and then some other younger guys down the line. This team used to be very good with their trio in Viana, Curry, and Foster, but unfortunately they are in the later parts of their careers, and we're just going to have to see where the future goes for this team, as they might have to hit the rebuild button very fast in the NABA. They also have a pair of brothers in Merrick and Brixton West. Next team will be the Nashville Blues. Leading this team will be Caden Harper, a good slasher. Then right behind him will be Jacoby West the third, West brother. The other two being in Phoenix. And then you got Dacian Knox. It's a good big three here for Nashville. And then they have a little grit and grind style point guard in Dante Lister. Not a great shooter, but he will lock up your favorite player. Overall, this team's pretty young as well. They have a lot of upside in the future of the NABA. Next up, we have the Honolulu Coconuts, a team in Hawaii, very young, but unfortunately, most of them are too young to be in their prime, and a lot of them are still improving, which is good, but also for this first season in the NABA, their ratings are low. Leading this team will be the veteran A.J. Willard. He is one of the oldest players on this team at only 27. We'll see how that goes out to see if they end up trying to replace him or if he's going to be there long term. Right behind him, they have hometown heroes in Nakoa Tupuola and Kainoa Cruz. And then after that is just a lot of young players that give them a lot of upside for the future, like Frederic Latour. From France, he was the 5th overall pick in the draft, and he has a lot of upside for the future. Hopefully, he can start taking over immediately. Next up, we have the Detroit Dynamos, one of the top tier teams in this league, also known for their explosive and aggressive defense on the court. Leading this team will be Leon Pope at small forward, and right behind them you have Ladir Smith, both great defenders and great scorers. They will also have the tallest player in the league in Escano Felipe, a huge behemoth to stand under the rim for this squad. And then behind them is a bunch of young, explosive defenders, as well as some good veterans that can also help them out on defense as well, as basically every person on this team is a top-tier defender. Next we have the New York Empire. Leading this team will be Aiden Dermanenko, 7'2" power forward. This team, like a lot of the other teams, very young. The mix of a few veterans. They're more balanced around a lot of defenders, as well as a good amount of scorers as well. Now we have the New Jersey Generals, one of the more interesting teams on the roster. Leading this team is the old Jason Jackson at 37 years old, leading this squad. Coming in to New Jersey on a new contract with a new look. We'll figure out what this season has store for New Jersey, on if this was a good signing in the offseason, or if is it going to ruin their young core that they've been building these past few seasons with Richard Odom and the more recent number 2 draft pick, Drake Buckner. Now our next team will be the Utah Hoodoos. Leading this team, one of the best shooters in the league, if not the best shooter in the league, we have Harry Henry, 6'4" shooting guard, can also run the point if you need him. And then right behind him you have Sean Mack at power forward, also a great shooter for his position. This team is fairly young, but has his age with its veterans like Sheldon Rice and Dedrick Carr, but they do also have a promising rookie in Tajon O'Brien. Now we have one of our Canadian teams, the Vancouver Kodiaks. At the top of this team will be Mingyu Zhang, a skilled center at 7'2", can shoot the ball, can dribble, and can pass, can do kind of whatever you need him to do to help his team win. And his Robin will be Martin Lechner, a skilled wing guard that can kind of just do everything as well. They do have some veteran leadership as well, like Vince Higgins, who can help them play make and also bring some energy onto their defensive side as well. Up next, we have the Washington Monuments. Leading this team, we have Tyson Black, a aggressive, athletic wing at 6'9" and only 25 years old. He has a lot of future ahead of him, especially as the leader of this team, already so young. But unfortunately, the rest of this team is still way before their prime, so this team is going to need a lot of development, or they're going to have to make a lot of moves to be able to get anywhere close to a title picture, let alone in the playoffs. But they are very, very young, one of the youngest teams out here. Their oldest player being 28 in Richard Sloan. Now we have the Raleigh Oaks, A 7'5" bully in the paint. Caden Lucas leads this team, and right next to him he has Terry Hicks, a good playmaking guard. And you have the oldest player in the league at small forward, and Greg Visela, bringing his leadership, his experience, and his IQ to the court to hopefully get this team some wins. Another lower tier team, low market, but they can catch a few surprises, make some noise, maybe even sneak into the play-in if they can. Up next, we have the Houston Outlaws. Leading this team, we have the highest rated player in the league at 97 overall, Omari St. Clair, 6'9", shooting guard at 27 years old. He is at the top of his career, in his prime. Let's see if he can lead this team to a championship or just a deep run in the playoffs. But right next to him, he has the veteran Terry Teagle, been around the league for a little bit. Hopefully he can bring some experience and his aggression down low that can absolutely help this team in the Western Conference. And alongside them, they have a bunch of younger players with a few veterans sprinkled in there to help them with experience. Now we have the Miami Palms. At the head, we got Jaden Simpson, a overall skilled wing, 6'9", can play either of the wing positions. He's an absolute great player, can score from anywhere on the court. He's a pain to defend. And right next to him, we have Ivan Druzanovic, another player that can basically do anything you need him to. Defensive end, maybe not, but on the offense, you better be guarding him from half court, as he will make it from anywhere. And then we have the veteran Kezzy Livingston. The only problem I can see with this team is that they have 3 players that love putting the ball in the basket. So the only thing that can bring this team down is their personalities, as Kezzy Livingston definitely has on to that. Along with that, just a good overall supporting cast to help them out. Up next, we have the Pittsburgh Phantoms. At the head, we have R.F. Foster, one of the Foster brothers. There are 3 of them. He is a 6'7" shooting guard, one of the better shooters in the league and best overall scorers. Hopefully he can help lead this team into the playoffs and make a decent run. Right next to him, we have Farron George, a good 2-way guard that can defend as well as score when he needs to. Then you have their supporting cast and one of the better benches in the league as well. Up next, we have the Boston Redcoats with one of the best players in the league, although he is aging. Charles Macy, the 7'4" center to sit down low. He is one of the most athletic players in history. He is one of the hardest players to stop in history as well. He can score, he can rebound, he can block. He can probably even pass if you need him to, although he probably doesn't need to himself. But right next to him, they have another Foster brother, and Arit Foster, just like his brother, one of the better shooters and scorers in the league. And this team is a little bit older than the other teams, but they do still have their youth that can help carry them into their next chapter once Charles Macy is gone. Now we have the Atlanta Rhythm, a rough, grit and grind style team with a lot of defense on this squad. They are a little bit older than the other teams, but they have a lot of defense to make up for that, and this team will be hard to score on. And it might even be a little bit boring to watch this team in action, just because they might not be able to score like the other teams, but they can defend any team in this league and any player in this league. So there's going to be a lot of low scoring games for this squad. And at their head, they have Thomas Wade, one of the more skilled guards in the league that can also lock anyone else up. Now we have the Chicago Riveters, a very young squad with one or two veterans. We have Jameis Bradford at the head, but probably not for long, as they have the #1 pick, Tyrese Vexler, right behind him at 19 years old, a 6'10 wing. Great scorer in college. Hopefully he can carry that into the NABA. And they still have the veteran leadership with Jameis Bradford and Rayon Fox to hopefully make a little bit of noise in the Eastern Conference. Now we have the Montreal Royals, the other Canadian team in this league, led by Talon Dio and Hikaru Nizawa, a great duo for Montreal, with Hikaru's passing and IQ and Talon's aggressiveness down low go together perfectly. That can help this team win some games. They have a very good supporting cast as well around them on their bench and the rest of their starting lineup. Now we have the San Diego Schooners down south in California. You have Emmanuel Conlon leading this squad, right next to the third Bosterk brother, Arik Bosterk, the tallest of them all and the youngest of them all at 6'11". He can be a great Robin for Emmanuel Conlon and his absolute amazing scoring ability. Do have a decent amount of defense on this team as well, with Jamal Sharp and Jalen Taft, that can help this team win some games and maybe make it to the postseason. Now we have the San Francisco Seals with an explosive wing in Tavion Brooks leading the squad at a 95 overall in his prime. Can he take this team into the playoffs, make a run, and maybe even win a chip? We'll have to see at the end of the season to see how that works out. But right next to him, they have one of the other tallest players in the league at 7'6", Gerald Babin. He's a decent scorer. He can defend. He's what you need a 7'6" center to be. And then just the rest of the supporting cast as well. Next we have the Mexico City Serpents, another young team in the league, up and coming. They have the 22-year-old wing Armand Valdez at 6'6". Hasn't shown much in this league yet, but he is also only 22 years old and he's already listed as the best player on his squad. We'll have to see how that turns out. They also have Malcolm Hughes, another great young player. They also have the 3rd overall pick in this draft, Enrique Martinez, a hometown hero from Mexico City, went to college in Santa Clara, blew up, took them deep in March Madness, and now he ended up being the 3rd overall pick. Hopefully he can continue to develop, continue to become the star that he looks like he's going to be in Mexico City, and maybe bring them a ring in the future. Now we have the Louisville Stallions. Othello Hunter leading the squad with Jaquel Williams. 2 absolute powerhouses. Othello, possibly the best playmaker in this league. He is the best passer, best playmaker overall. Might be a little debatable, but I'll give him that title. And right next to him, they have an absolute unit of a big man at power forward. Can even play the center too if you need, since he is 6'11" already. This is going to be a hard team to stop because they have that, and then they have a spot-up shooter in Trenton Perkins who can shoot from anywhere on the court as well. And even Kevin Walters, once again, another spot-up shooter. This team is built perfectly for winning basketball games. We'll just have to see if they actually can do that. Now we have the Los Angeles Stars, Lahome Bryan, one of the best shooters in the league, leading this squad, as well as JJ Anderson and JJ Holter, the 2 JJs for this squad at power forward and center. Holter, an aging veteran, hoping to give some leadership to JJ Anderson as he continues to improve and develop in this league. This team's a little bit older than most of the teams in this league, as most of their starters are above 30. We'll just have to see if the age is going to hold them back or if their experience is going to help them prevail. Now we have the Denver Summit, Drew Beer, a very promising guard, one of the better guards in the league. 28 years old, just entering his prime at 90 overall. He is an absolute unit to guard. And right next to him, they have Marion Porter, one of the better guard defenders in this league, as well as Jules Casey, who's going to be a monster down low. This team, a very, very well-rounded squad with a lot of leadership and then a lot of young, promising players as well that can hopefully let this team stay around in the top for a long time. Now we have the Seattle Surge. We have the best shooter in the league, Zayden Stokes. He's also fairly athletic as well. Going to be impossible to guard as he could shoot over you from anywhere on the court. And right next to him you have Jimmer Freeman, one of the best paint defenders in the league. This duo is going to be impossible to stop and should get them deep into the playoffs as long as they stay healthy and on track. Now we have the Albuquerque Thunderbirds, a fairly young team with a very old veteran in Greg Hillard. Leading the squad, you have a tall guard in Urko Bilicic from Serbia, a very, very promising future for this young man, as he has developed fast in this league as he's only 21 years old. And he's already an 87 overall and the top of his squad. He's becoming one of the highest IQ players in this league, and he should be up there for a very long time. This team is also very young and a lot of promise for the future in this league. Now we have the Cincinnati Tigers with Jakari Sharp leading this squad. One of the better guards in this league, a top tier guard actually. An explosive scorer, can defend as well at the highest of levels, and possibly the most athletic player in this league. Basically on a team on his own. He has a couple supporters with a young King Douglas and a younger Poston Sims. But Jakari Sharp likes to do things on his own, and we'll just have to see how that's going to work out for Cincinnati. Now I have the Las Vegas Toros, one of the more loaded teams in this league, with Doreed Winston and Victor Townsend leading the squad. A young Doreed Winston at 24, already one of the top 3 point guards in the league, one of the best playmakers. Got a ton of athleticism, and he can shoot the ball as well. He's going to be a top player in the league for years to come. Victor Townsend, aging ever so slowly, 33 years old, still a top level center, can defend in the paint at the highest of levels, possibly the best paint defender in the league, and is also an absolute powerhouse down low. They got a lot of veterans on this team as well as a lot of youth like Alan Walsh and Liddell Gibson that can hopefully turn out to be stars to lead this team into the future once their current stars are aging. Now I have the Tampa Bay Tritons with the best small forward in the league in Jamar Brantley at 6'10", an amazing scorer, can defend too. This team's gonna be a trouble with him. And also Austin Kerr. He is on the older ends, but he is still as athletic as he was at 28. This man takes great care of his body, and as long as this team stays healthy, they should make some noise. Now I have the Fort Worth Wranglers, a very well built team with Marcus Vaughn and the wing Andre Costa leading this squad together. A lot of scoring from Vaughn, a lot of scoring from Costa, and then they have an absolute unit of a defender in Jamal Okoye. This team has somebody for everything, and they are built to win. They also have a very good supporting cast on the bench as well. This team should make a lot of noise and a decent run in the playoffs as well, as long as everybody stays healthy. And I don't know, maybe a couple moves happen as well that can change the outcome of their season. But we'll just have to wait to see how that goes. And that will wrap up this roster reveal. And just to end, I'll show you guys the top 10 players in the league. We got Amari St. Clair, Jamar Brantley, Charles Macy, Andre Vukovic, Tavion Brooks. That's your 5. At 6, we got Zayden Stokes. 7, Jakari Sharp. 8, Doreed Winston. 9, Leon Pope. 10, Mingyu Zhang. And I'll just count 11, Leon Bryant, since they're the same rating. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for the beginning of Season 1 of the NABA. And hopefully there's a lot of chaos that happens as well. Please hit that subscribe button, send a like as well, so you can always keep track of everything NABA. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.